Let's get on with the new chapter of biology, the living world. Woohoo!
How wonderful is the living world! The wide range of living types is amazing. The extraordinary habitats in which we find living organisms, be it cold mountains, deciduous forests, oceans, freshwater lakes, deserts, or hot
Mhm.
springs, leave us speechless. The beauty of a galloping horse, of the migrating birds, the valley of flowers, sense of wonder.
Blah 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 blah. More and more blabbering on what? On the beauty of nature. So let's do an exercise. You will take a paper and you will write whatever beautiful things you have seen. Only 5 things, okay? We don't want to make this exercise very long, right? Okay, let's write 5 wonderful things that you've seen in nature, and I'll write mine. Yeah, in you can pause the video and write them. I'll do the same. So this is where I'm writing. So what you have to do is you have to not mention natural things, okay? You have to mention living things. What are living, right? And even their movements you can mention, like butterfly flying. That is also a movement, right? All of the movements you can mention, right? So this is my list. So first is caterpillar breaking its cocoon, which is blobbing like pudup, 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 pudup. They'll do this bubbling thing no, with their mouth. It'll be so cute. And then kittens meowing, right? The cocoon spelling is wrong. Even if your spellings are wrong, it's completely fine, right? It's more about the exercise. It's more about thinking than spelling correction. I'm not your English teacher. Shut and write wrong spellings also. Me myself, yes, I'm also beauty of living things. Beauty, okay, not beauty, but at least something kind. Then peacock, right? Peacock dancing is also very cute, right? So that was our list. Let's remove all of this. So yes, let's move on with our studying. So as we saw, living things have a lot of beautiful things, right? But what is living, right? What do we term as living? Let's try to answer this question on our own, right? What do we term as living? It should be let us try to answer it, right? It should be, I think, moving, right? It should be responding to something. When we tell him or her, like, hey, look at here, so they should look at there, right? They are living there. They should feel pain, they should feel happiness, they should feel basically emotions, right? Emotions. So what should they do, like, what else can they do? They should grow, not necessarily because uh they should grow or change, because adults don't grow, but then they change, right? Our parents don't grow, we grow. Our height is growing, our body is growing, we grow, but then adults don't grow, our parents don't grow. They change into old people. Lol, they're already oldies. So we grow or change. What are living things? What we do then? We reproduce, we give birth, right? More and more bochas. We give bochas. And then we what else? We have consciousness, right? Something like, consciousness is basically we are conscious. Not conscious also. We are more. What else? Let me ask my sister here. Sneha, what living things do?
They dance, they eat.
They dance, They eat. Yeah, they dance, they eat. They move and dance, right? What else they do? She's laughing, see? This is for a thought experiment.
What? You are next.
They can feel emotions, that is already done.
They breathe.
They breathe, they breathe. They
They
breathe.
reproduce.
That is done. They breathe, that is take oxygen, right?
Yeah.
Oxygen or something. Some kind of gas they take it.
But the
No,
plants takes
uh,
carbon.
plants take carbon dioxide. Some kind of gas they take in and put out. And what else? You guys also start listing there. What you are looking at this recording like that only. Start listing. Yeah. What else they are? Hmm, can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
I think mostly they do this only, right? Grow and change, eat, dance, feel emotions, they move, they feel pain, they reproduce, they respond. Yeah, nothing else we can think of. Nothing else that we can think of. So let's look at what our book has to say about all of these, right? And let's try to think if we can, classify these things as non-living. So, firstly, about breathing. Do normally these things breathe? Like normal things breathe. Normal things in the sense, yeah, non-living things breathe, take in our oxygen and give out. Sorry, take in some gas and give out some gas. Um, uh, as you know, breathing and respiration is like a series of chemical reaction. And yeah, in some of the other chemical reactions, this does happen. Then it's not utilized for energy, right? Energy to do something. So that is so we can so it's not only breathing but making energy out of it for respirations for making energy out of it. So it's not only breathing, it's making energy out of it also. Dance, yes, we do dance, right? Living things do dance, but then non-living things also dance because of the wind. you know uh you know yeah, stones and all move. But then their dancing and our dancing is different. How? Us dancing is different, and stones dancing are different. Is different. How is that possible? I think we dance with thought. We have to do this step. We have to do that step. Stones don't dance according to their thinking. They dance with yeah. They dance according to their uh maybe the where the winds take them, right? So dancing could be also consciousness, right? Consciousness. Consciousness spelling is wrong, I'm so sorry. Yes, living things eat. Non-living things don't eat, right? Many a times we don't see non-living things hunting for energy. I mean, yeah, non like tables don't hunt for energy, and then chairs don't hunt for energy, right? But we hunt for energy. We want food to eat to sustain ourselves. So we eat, right? Living things do eat to sustain themselves, sustain themselves. To grow or change, yes, living organisms do grow or change. But there are a lot of things that grow or change, right? Like, let's say, yes, like mountains. Mountains also grow. Mountains also change. They grow in size. Like you see, Himalayas are growing, every year they are growing by, one small number. So what is this grow and change? Maybe, grow and change cannot be definitive. It can tell us about life. It can be or cannot be. It is a like yes or no wala situation. So emotions, we can feel emotions. I think this is again leading to consciousness, right? We are conscious of our feelings, we are conscious of our emotions. So yes, pain is also related to consciousness, right? And then moving, yeah, we do move, but then there are a lot of things that move, even as I gave the example, right? Yeah, stones also move, right? Stones also move with the air and everything, but then their moving is different because they don't have consciousness, right? We are moving into with our thoughts, so this will also come in the consciousness thing, right? And then we reproduce, we respond, right? We respond to our surroundings. If you hit a cupboard like it'll respond. No, it'll not respond. But if you hit a person, tada, he or she respond? They'll be like, they'll give one on your face like that. Okay, don't do that. Okay, don't do that in real life. So we've got all of these, we've broken it down, right? So what we have is consciousness, making energy, right? And then they eat. Eat can also come in making energy, right? Eat, breathe can come in making energy. Eat, breathe can come in energy only. And then reproduce is like making your own bochas, giving rise to your own bachas. And then responding is responding responding. It is not responsing. By mistake I wrote the s instead of the d, so it's responding. So basically we have making energy, consciousness, grow, but it can be or cannot be. uh can be, cannot be, right? So we have 5 characteristics from our thought experiment. Let's understand what the textbook has to tell about it, right? Yeah, let us begin.
Is a technical one and seeks 1.1 what is living.
What is living? I swear, this reading wala thing also, no, it's so bakwas sometimes.
When we try to define living, we conventionally look for distinctive characteristics exhibited by living organisms. Growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment and mount a suitable response come to our mind immediately as unique features of living organisms. One can add a few more features like metabolism, ability to self-replicate.
For simple things that we use, they are using these huge words. Don't worry, we'll look into it, we'll make it easier. So we'll listen to this part again, just to understand it better, because the wordings of NCRT, I want to kill the person who made it. My god.
Self-replicate. When we try to define living, we conventionally look for distinctive characteristics exhibited by living
But living organisms.
organisms. Growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment and mount a suitable response come to our mind immediately.
So, which is okay. What we do is for living, right? To obviously for any characteristic that we need to look for, we look at that person's characteristic, right? Let's say you have Reshma. When someone asks you, who is Reshma? How is Reshma? What is she like? Is her behavior good? What it is? So you'll look at Reshma and tell, no, you'll not look at Sneha and tell Sneha's characteristics, right? And tell Reshma is like this. No, right? So basically, what they are telling is for living things, when you look at their characteristics, you will look how you look at living organisms to look at their characteristics, and some of these characteristics are similar to what we said: growth, reproduction, ability to sense environment and respond, and hi, same thing.
immediately as unique features of living organisms. One can add a few more features like metabolism, ability
Metabolism is basically to eat and to digest that, to make energy. Ability to self-replicate. Self-replicate means, yeah, basically reproduction, but asexual reproduction. Self-organize is, cell division, right? In cell division, we have, sorry, not cell division, cell differentiation. So different cells become different tissues. Your skin cell will be very, very different from the cell in your, let's say, your gut, right? Your intestine. So that is basically the idea.
to self replicate, self organize, interact, and emergence to this list. Let us try to understand each of these. All living organisms grow. Increase in mass and increase in number of individuals are twin characteristics of growth.
Increase in mass and increase in number. Because when there's increase in mass, so see, all living things grow, but then not all things that grow are living, right? What they're telling is increase in mass is twin characteristics of increased number. So you have, like, let's say you're a shepherd. Okay, in maths we were learning you were a garment manufacturer, now you're a shepherd, right? Let's say you were a shepherd and you become like, yeah, and you have six sheep, right? you get you get the seventh one. So that is increase in number, right? So basically, that is all we were learning about. Increase in, so it you have increase in mass, obviously, because the more the sheep, the heavier they all are, right? Six sheep will be lighter than you having seven sheep, right? That is all they're talking about. Yeah.
Growth.
So much drama for one easy thing.
Growth. A multicellular organism. The living world.
Ah,
Chapter 1.
read the next page,
1.1
not the
What is
previous page.
living? 1.2 1,
Why
2,
not?
4 Growth by cell division. In plants,
So, in human beings, in multicellular organisms, not only in human beings, growth happens, by cell division, right? Cell divides rapidly. So, there's an increase in number, there's an increase in mass. The more the cells, the more the mass, right? Let's say you have, let's say, a honeycomb. Hmm. Let's say you have um, a honeycomb, um, like this. Yeah, basically like this. So, if the number of honeycombs increase, right? Let's say we have another honeycomb. So if we have increased the number by 4, so the whole mass of this total organism will increase. Obviously, of course, right? So that is basically our idea with this. So that is basically our idea with growth, right?
Plants. This growth by cell division occurs.
So I think this was a very good introduction to the living world. In the next module, we'll learn about growth. We'll look into growth again. We'll look into everything that the living world has to offer. We'll look into both of these, you know, pages. As we have completed, as we have brainstormed, it'll be faster, right? Because brainstorming always leads to, science is basically a lot of thought experiments and experiments. It's not only thought experiments, it's also real experiments. So it's just, a result of all of this. So let us, experiment, let us learn, let us brainstorm, not only just read from what's in the textbook. So, yeah. Bye.